The sudden demise of Ajit Pawar remains to be our top focus here on India Today. But let me cut across now to my colleague Rajdeep Sardesai, who's got a special guest with him and also who has lots of memories and lots of stories when it comes to Ajit Pawar himself. Rajdeep, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sonal. Yes, it's a tragic day. Senior politician, Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, record 6 times, dying in a tragic air crash near Baramati, his hometown. I'm joined at this moment by senior Shiv Sena MP and Lok Sabha leader of the party, Arvind Sawant. Arvind Sawant, your first reactions when you heard that Ajit Pawar is no more, he's died in an air crash?
Devastated. It's disheartening. It's very sad. Very, very sad. I'm really, can't tell you right now, Ajivji, when I heard the news in the morning, it, like a film, it moved in front of me, the Ajit Dada Pawar, because I was a MLC for a long time, two terms I seen him. But when Honorable Uddhavji Thackeray laid the Maharashtra government, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, I came little bit closer to him. And what I found is that before that also, when we had, you won't believe, the alliance, we took an alliance in Pune. When that new alliance was not there, myself, I was leading Shiv Sena, the Ajit Dada Pawar and BJP. We came together in municipal corporation election. And we distributed the seats among the us, and then the other places also, the post such as mayoral post, deputy mayor, all those things we had done. And the man was he was a different man, a man of words. He gave in writing that first 2.5 years your man will be the deputy deputy mayor of the Pune Municipal Corporation, and you will get the chairmanship of the standing committee. And he kept his words. Since then I become a friend. And then
what you're saying, Arvindji, is despite
transparent man.
You're saying he was a transparent man who kept his word. So despite by the end the political differences that you had, the fact that he was with the Mahayuti, you are with the Mahavikas Agadi, you're saying Ajit Pawar was a politician you could trust?
Before that, yeah, 100%. He is a trustworthy man. He was a trustworthy man. You go with any work, and if he says yes, he will do it, irrespective of party you belong to. But
because my memory
of the man of words, sir.
Arvindji, my memory is that I remember once he called me during the Lok Sabha elections for an interview at 5:30 a.m. I just about reached in time, but he was already ready at 5:30 a.m. meeting people. So the other thing that stood out for me was that he was a very hard worker, always meeting people. Hundreds of people by 6 a.m. in the morning were in his garden. Would you say that that was also one quality that he had, that he never lost connect with the people, particularly of Baramati?
100% correct, sir. Rajivji, just think of a last election before, the alliance was not there with the BJP. The BJP people, vehemently criticized him. To the extent I can use the word abused him, accused him. Still he won by more than 1 lakh votes margin. What is that? He is connected directly to the people. He was the most popular man in that. Groomed by Honorable Sharad Pawar ji. And during the tenure of Uddhavji Thackeray, when I went with one work of my native, where I wanted to construct a MI tank, a minor irrigation tank was to be done, and the administrative approval was given. Now you need a money. He was a finance minister. I went to him. I said, then he gave money. He said, then I went to him. This is, you are giving in installments. My request is that it's a small one. The work is of below 550 crores. Give it at once so that the work can be carried out fully. Every now and then I should not run to you for the installments or something. Then I did requested Supriya ji also to intervene. Somehow, you won't believe, when I went to meet him, he said, okay, don't worry, I'll end to you. And he paid full amount. Disbursed the full amount for the construction of that. That sort of man he was. And my personal experience was altogether different, He was blunt,
He delivered. He
transparent,
delivered several budgets of
never ever
Maharashtra.
cared.
He
See,
was also the
in alliance also,
yes.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Sawant.
even after he is in alliance, he is in Maharashtra right now. Okay, in the recent past, when the elections regarding the municipal corporation were on, he criticized BJP like anything. He said, hunger of power for BJP is like a demon, like a monster. Can you imagine that man is saying like this to the party in which he is alliance, he is in that alliance and he is a deputy chief minister of that government and still criticizing the party which is having a more number of MLAs in the alliance.
Would he have
And
made Would he have made a
simply
good chief minister
you
of
are working,
Maharashtra? That
your
was
hunger
always
is
his
not for the
ambition. I
power.
did an interview with him in 2024 where he made it very clear that he
It
wanted to
was
be
his
chief
bad luck.
minister. Do you think he would have made a good chief minister?
I felt very sorry for it. 7 times he was a minister under any different chief ministers. Never ever got the chief ministership. But he would have been. I can tell you, he would have been a good chief minister. He would not. He would not have allowed to disintegrate the societies like what is happening right now on caste, creed, region, religion. He would not have allowed to do that. He would have gone for a pure development.
How would you
unlike the
describe his
development
relationship
which
with
is a
Sharad
ferocious
Pawar in
development
particular?
like they are
Because
doing it now.
how would you describe his relationship with Sharad Pawar? Sharad Pawar was his political mentor. They broke away, or Ajit Pawar broke away in 2023.
He,
Do you believe in that they would have one day reunited?
Definitely. They started, in the last election, it started sharing the dice, sharing the discussion, sharing the seats for the even Jilla Parishad elections. For that only he was going for a campaigning. And I think they would have come here. Power clan is altogether different. Even if there are differences, they come together for their family work. I mean, family's business, family's, you can say functions, whatever it may be. Calamities, they always stand together. Of late, you can say when Parth was accused, Supriya Sule ran for him to protect him. That's a power clan. That sort of family bondings are there. And he would have definitely, he got hurt. I do remember he was so curious when Honorable Sharad Pawar was to announce something. He thought that he will announce his resignation and may appoint Ajit Dada as the president of the party. But that did not happen. From that time he got hurt. And from there he started departing the Sharad Pawar group and then he formed his own group. But somehow the relations were wonderful. I mean, still even then, like Uddhavji has said, even if he is in Maharashtra, he kept on the relations he maintained. Even with Uddhavji, he maintained the relations. Unlike other people in the politics right now.
Arvindji, this is Sonal from the Delhi studios. Just wanted to ask you a very quick question. You've known him at such close quarters. This is a sad, sad day indeed. But if you had to write his biography, give a title or a song to Ajit Pawar, can you think of something?
Only 4 words. Dynamic, bold, transparent, blunt, and always thought of a common man to help. That sort of, to help him to bring you up. He has brought many people up. You won't believe that. He is that sort of person. He never ever, because I experienced it particularly closely when we made an alliance in municipal corporation in Pune Mahanagarpalika elections. And I found him altogether different person. Altogether. A man who keeps the words is Ajit Pawar. That's all. In one sentence.
A man who kept his word. And Arvindji is so poetic that it's tragic that this has happened. But he sort of his plane landed in Baramati, which is a place where he's loved the most. A place where we've been seeing pictures coming in all morning of the amount of love that has poured in and the shock and the sadness also that has come in ever since morning. What do you think people are looking for at this point? When you lose a leader of that magnitude, what happens to those followers? How do they go? Where do they follow? Who do they follow, importantly?
That's very important question. It's really going to create it will be a very big gap now. I mean, Who will lead the people over there? But Pawar family, I know, Baramati and Pune district is a bonding between the Pawar family and the people of Pune district. So they will recover from that, this calamity also. But right now I feel there is a huge void now. It will be huge void to fill up. It was so dynamic, can't imagine. See, in the morning, so early morning, he left Mumbai. He was about to land at 8:30 or 8:15 at Pune, and then he was to conduct some rallies or some for campaigning of the Jilla Parishad elections. So devoted, so dedicated to his work. The goal is to keep it in mind. Is to take anything. He never used to have any fear about it. If somebody gets hurt or he said no. It's not pampering the people is not good. I tell them yes or no. That's good.
Yeah.
They may get, sometimes dissatisfied with my functioning, but it doesn't mean that I'm not bad. I'm bad with them. What I'm saying is that which is not correct, which is incorrect, is not going to be corrected right now. So it cannot be done. So he is so blunt to say that. He has the courage to do that, and people accepted that wholeheartedly, and everybody knows it. When he says yes, means yes. If he says no, there must be some problem. Otherwise, no political. Again, let me tell you, when he says no, doesn't mean politically no. Never ever. It's not a political no. It is some functional, some technical, or some administrative problems are there. That's why he's saying it's not possible, but not politically.
Arvind Sawant, thank you so much for joining us, sharing all your thoughts with him. Arvind Sawant, they're describing him as the man who was bebak, as they say, and who also somebody who stood by his word. We continue to bring you the latest on what's been happening on this very, very tragic plane crash that took down the life of 5 people, including that of the Deputy Chief Minister. But let's cut across to some more updates coming in on the probe. All right, preliminary probe findings that have come in so far indicate that Ajit Pawar's plane was airworthy. It was also certified. Airworthiness certificate was valid until September 14th of 2026. What does airworthiness basically mean? It means that his plane was in good condition, it was certified, it had all the valid checks in place as well. The probe also indicating, in this initial probe also indicating at this point, that the crew had licensed and were also medically fit, so there was nothing wrong with the pilot or the crew. The pilot summit, and there were 2 pilots over there actually, Shambhavi and Sumit. They were medically fit as well. They also had their certificates in place, and both the pilots had valid healthy certificates. So any indications there to be taken, any indications of anything unworthy happening, not to be taken seriously, as the probe at the moment is indicating that both the plane itself and those flying it were in perfect condition. Maharashtra's Baramati witnessed the loss of its beloved Dada today. A chartered plane carrying NCP leader and Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar crashed this morning while attempting to land at the Baramati airport in Maharashtra. Now, Pawar and 4 others died in that fatal crash, which happened as the aircraft attempted to land at the Baramati airport. There were 2 pilots on board and Ajit's 2 security personnel as well. None of them survived. Visuals from the crash site sort of showed the wreckage, the scattered across the area, flames, thick smoke that was billowing from the aircraft, and Pawar at this point was actually not to be seen. His mortal remains took some time for people to even find out. He was traveling in this privately operated chartered plane, which had 4 other people on board. The entire aircraft was reduced to ashes, with visuals showing it was completely shattered and debris as well scattered all around, even as the massive blaze and smoke billowed from the area in Baramati. Sources have told India Today that visibility had dropped sharply in this morning. An aircraft was on approach when it went down. Rescue teams reached the site but found the jet completely destroyed by the impact and the fire. The only thing remaining was the tail end of that private jet. Now, due to conditions of the remains, identity had to be done through personal belongings. Pawar's body was identified using, thanks to his watch that survived, and the clothing as well, while other occupants were identified through clothes and items recovered from the wreckage.
Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, his personal security officer, an attendant and 2 crew members, the pilot in command and first officer were on board the Bombardier Learjet 45. The chartered aircraft that took off from Mumbai airport at 8:10 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Flight tracking data from flight radar shows the jet flying over the Arabian Sea before turning inland towards Baramati. However, the landing was aborted. At about 8:42 a.m., the Learjet began its second approach to the runway. Moments later, at 8:45 a.m., the aircraft disappeared from radar. What followed was catastrophic.
दुर्घटना तब हुई जब 8:30 बजे, पौने 9 बजे के करीब ये विमान जो है बारामती के विमानतल यानी गोजवावी के पास लैंड होने जा रहा था। आज बारामती में डिप्टी सीएम अजीत पवार इनके जिला परिषद चुनाव के लिए 4 सभाएं आयोजित की गई थी, रैली जिसमें अजीत पवार लोगों को संबोधित करने वाले थे। इसके लिए सुबह से बंबई से आज बारामती उप मुख्यमंत्री अजीत पवार पहुंच रहे थे, तभी यह दुर्घटना हुई है और इस दुर्घटना में अजीत पवार इनकी दर्दनाक मौत हुई है।
Charred debris and mangled wreckage was scattered across the airfield as thick plumes of smoke rose from the crash site.
एक दर्दनाक हादसे से पूरा महाराष्ट्र सदमे में पहुंचा है, क्योंकि डिप्टी सीएम अजीत पवार इनकी एक विमान दुर्घटना में मौत हुई है। और यहाँ पर देखिए, मैं फिलहाल बारामती के पास गोजबावी गांव में मौजूद हूँ, जहाँ पर ये दुर्घटना हुई है। यहाँ पर देखिए, ये जो दुर्घटनाग्रस्त विमान है, यहाँ की हालत देखिए। ये दुर्घटनाग्रस्त विमान जो है सुबह 8:45 बजे बारामती विमानतल के पास लैंडिंग होने के लिए उतर रहा था, तब ही इसका दर्दनाक हादसा हुआ है।
Eyewitnesses say the jet was aligned towards the runway when it suddenly lost altitude, crashing nearly 100 feet short of the runway threshold. The aircraft burst into flames immediately after the impact, exploding into a ball of fire. The first time the plane went over us, I was with my brother. It was approximately 8:45 a.m. Soon after that, the plane fell. There was a loud explosion and the plane never landed on the runway. We were very scared watching the explosion. We ran with buckets of water. Some dead bodies were scattered. We covered some with blankets. We were very scared. According to the aircraft operator, Delhi-based VSR Ventures, poor visibility may have forced the pilot to pull up and attempt another approach. The aircraft involved was a Bombardier Learjet 45, a 6 to 8-seater business jet built in 2010. Known for its speed and fuel efficiency, the twin-engine jet is commonly used for short to medium-haul flights. Despite its track record, aviation experts say final approach and landing remain the most critical phases of flight, especially under low visibility conditions.
I feel very sad because I've been flying. I myself have been flying him when I was flying for government of Maharashtra. So it's a very, very sad incident, very unfortunate incident for us and for VSR. We have been flying Mr. Pawar in and out to Baramati. This is not the first flight that we're doing now. And it is prima facie lag raha hai ki it is a matter of low visibility.
The Directorate General of Civil Aviation, that is the DGCA, is expected to conduct a detailed investigation including analysis of flight data, weather conditions and crew communication. Only the official probe will determine what went wrong in the final moments of the flight. According to the latest statement by the Ministry of Civil Aviation, the first contact between the Baramati ATC and Ajit Pawar's plane happened at 8:18 a.m. where it was given clearance to descend. The wind was calm and visibility was 3 kilometers. The first approach was attempted, but the runway was not visible. The crew initiated a go-around. During the second attempt, the crew first reported that the runway was not in sight, later saying they had sighted the runway. At 8:43 a.m., the plane was given clearance to land by the ATC on runway 11. However, this time the pilots did not respond to the ATC's landing clearance. Next, the ATC saw the flames around the threshold of runway 11 at 8:44 a.m. A shocking end to a routine charter flight and a devastating loss for Maharashtra politics. As investigators piece together the final seconds before the crash, the focus remains on what caused the aircraft to go down during its second landing attempt. With Vasant More at the crash site in Baramati, Bureau Report, India Today.